What pages we are, Prabhu? You are the Commander-Chief.
206, I think.
Yeah, 206.
You have a doubt?
I have a doubt. 207. Wait.
You said chapter 9.
Aren't the bookmarks in there? I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, the book.
My bookmark was on
I thought
202.
I wrote it down.
Mine is on 206 and 207.
Yeah, it's on 207.
208.
Digambar goes, what is this Vishnu Maya?
Okay, go ahead. Start, Prabhu.
Oh, sorry.
What number? 206 or 202?
207,
207.
on the upper right.
What is this Vishnu Maya?
Yes. Digambar.
Maybe little forward, or what do you call it? Little.
Review.
Hmm? You
Review.
want to go further back?
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Oh yeah. No
So we have.
problem.
Otherwise, it's just like a middle of no.
Conversation.
How far back do we want to go?
Something where this Nistarini Maya starting.
Slightly different because he's got the blue book.
I'm in the blue book, but it's okay. How about one page back?
No, reading. I want to see where.
Where does
Just read it.
inclination come from, maybe?
Where does it?
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Oh, okay. Digambar. Where does inclination come from? Advaita. Inclination develops from deep-rooted impressions in the heart, acquired through previous activities. The more extensively one is involved with matter, the more expert he will be in material knowledge and the crafts originating from such knowledge. The articles that such people manufacture may help the Vaishnavas to serve Krishna, but there is no need for the Vaishnavas to labor for them separately. For example, carpenters earn their livelihood by producing some singasams, which Grahastha Vaishnavas use as platform where they place the deity. Bees are inclined to gather honey, which devotees accept for the service of the deity. It is not that all jivas of the world endeavor for spiritual advancement. They are engaged in different types of work, impelled by their respective natures. Human beings have different types of tendencies, some high and some low. Those with lower natures are impelled to engage in menial labor, which assists other type of work prompted by those of a higher nature. This division of work turns the wheel of the universe very beautifully. Everyone who is under the jurisdiction of matter works according to his material propensity, and thereby assists the Vaishnavas in their spiritual development. Such materialists are not aware that their activities are helping the Vaishnavas because they are bewildered by the potency of Sri Vishnu's Maya. Consequently, the entire world serves the Vaishnavas, but unknowingly. Digambar. What is this Vishnu Maya? Advaita. In the Chandi Mahatmya of Markandeya Purana, 81.40, Vishnu Maya is described Yoga Maya Hare Shaktir Yaya
No, it's actually
Samohitam
Mahamaya.
Jagat.
he has a different book.
Oh, sorry.
It should be Mahamaya, right?
Huh?
You have a different book, so it's just the words.
But it should be Mahamaya instead of Yogamaya.
No. Mahamaya, sorry.
I don't know.
The potency of Sri Hari, by which the entire world is bewildered, is known as Yogamaya, Mahamaya, right?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yogamaya also?
This is the confusion he's putting the
The
case.
potency of Bhagavan is my in this.
Hmm?
Everyone's got this green one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Digambar. Then who is the goddess I know as Mother Nishtarani? Advaita. She is Sri Hari's external potency known as Vishnu Maya. Digambar then produced his book on Tantra. Digambar. Look, it states in Tantra Shastra that my Divine Mother is consciousness personified. She possesses full will, and she is beyond the three qualities of material nature. Yet she is the support of those three qualities. Your Vishnu Maya is not free from the influence of the modes of nature, so how can you equate your Vishnu Maya with my mother? It really irritates me that Vaishnavas are so fanatical. You Vaishnavas had blind faith. Advaita. My brother, Digambar, please don't be angry. You have come to see me after such a long time, and I want to satisfy you. It is a slight to speak of Vishnu Maya. Bhagavan Vishnu is the embodiment of Supreme Consciousness, and he is the one Supreme Controller of all. Everything that exists is his potency. Potency is not an independent object, but rather the functional power inherent within an object. To say that Shakti, potency, is the root of everything is thoroughly opposed to metaphysical truth. Shakti cannot exist independent of the object from which it originates. We must first accept the existence of an object that possesses full spiritual consciousness. Otherwise, accepting Shakti by itself is like dreaming of a flower in the sky. The commentary on Vedanta states Shakti, Shaktimatur, Abhideya. There is no difference between...
Abheda.
Abheda, excuse me. Shakti, Shaktimatur, Abheda. There is no difference between the potency and the possessor of potency. This means that Shakti is not a separate object. The Supreme Person, who is the master of all potencies, is the one truly abiding substance. Shakti is the quality or inherent function that is subordinate to his will. You have said that Shakti is the embodiment of consciousness, that it possesses will, and that is beyond the influence of the three qualities of material nature. This is correct, but only insofar as Shakti operates fully under the support of a pure conscious entity and is thus considered identical with that powerful entity. Desire and consciousness depend on the Supreme Being. Desire cannot exist in Shakti. Rather, Shakti acts in accordance with the desire of the Supreme Being. You have the power to move, and when you desire to move, that power will act. To say the power is moving is merely a figure of speech. It actually means that the person who possesses that power is moving. Bhagavan has only one Shakti, which is manifest in different forms. When it functions in a spiritual capacity, it is known as Chit Shakti, and when it operates in material capacity, it is known as Maya or Jada Shakti. It is stated in the Svetasvatar Upanishad 6.8, Parasya Shaktir Vididaiva Shriyate. The Vedas say that Sri Hari's divine Shakti is full of variety. The Shakti that supports the three modes of material nature, Sattva, Raja, and Tama, is known as Jada Shakti, and its functions are to create and destroy the universe. The Puranas and the Tantra refer to it as Vishnu Maya, Mahamaya, Maya, and so on. There are many allegorical descriptions of her activities. For example, it is said that she is the mother of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, and that she slew the demoniac brothers Shumba and Nishumba. The living entity remains under control of the Shakti as long as he is engrossed in material enjoyment. When the Jiva is endowed with pure knowledge, he becomes aware of his own Svarup, and this awareness enables him to transcend Maya Shakti and attain liberated status. He then comes under the control of Chit Shakti and obtains spiritual happiness. Digambar, are you not under the control
Can somebody summarize what we read so far? 1-2 sentence.
I'm wishing I could comprehend what we read so far. I'm trying to keep up. It's just this is heavy stuff.
That's not summarizing.
Talking about the Shaktis
Yes.
that controls the material energy.
Yes.
That's what I remember so far.
So we are same with the tantric. Is that what you are saying?
No.
So what's the difference? the biggest difference I notice that those who are not so much familiar and aware of the Shakti Tattva will have a trouble in life to progress in spiritual path. Because Shakti Tattva is the most important. Shakti Tattva manifests the Shaktiman Tattva. If there was no Srimati Radhika, there was no Krishna manifestation. She manifests. Krishna does not reveal himself. We say that. But when we say that, Krishna also discloses himself. You have Bhagavad Gita 4:6. What does Lord Krishna say is that how he reveals. Prakritim sam adhishtaya ajopi san abhayatma bhutanam iswaropi sam prakritim sam adhishtaya sambhavami atmamayaya. Atmamayaya means my internal potency reveals me. Shakti Tattva is the most important in our spiritual path. That's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur will emphasize that how we are Shakta. Shakti also has a incompleteness. Until Mahaprabhu came, all the spiritual, whether it's a Christianity, Hindu or so-called Vaishnavism was there. What was the biggest lacking? That Mahaprabhu wanted to give Braja Bhakti. Why? We are also Shakti, but we are coming from Jiva Shakti. Minute aspect of Swarup Shakti. Shakti can never be complete, can never feel complete. Even in the basic category, when the devotee goes to temple or in his bhajan, he prays. How far are you from God? Very far. That is the root cause of karma. That is the root cause of why we are attracted to husband, wife, children, donkey, you know what I mean, cat, dog. Why? Incompleteness. You want to feel intimacy. Intimacy is the original root cause of karma. And escaping from it is jnana. So when Mahaprabhu came, he established what? Braja Bhakti is where the Shakti and Shaktiman become the most complete in union. Whether it's a dust or a trees or a coward boys or a gopi girl or mothers, Joshoda or gopis, they become so complete. Embracing Krishna means what? 100%. 100% Shaktiman with you. This is the highest form of intimacy. Soul is searching. Soul is searching since time immemorial. Until Mahaprabhu came, no religion ever disclosed that why. You know, you go. I have seen, maybe I did not interview them, in this Madan Mohan. Madan Mohan Prabhu. You go to, even amongst the Vaishnavism, you go to Sri Rangam. I remember we went many times. You go to Jagannath Puri. Everybody is busy. Thousands of pujaris, thousands of devotees, they are busy. But when it comes to reality, they are more attached and affectionate to their own wife, children, husband than God. Why? If God is everything, God is origin of us, then why are they exhibiting this? We should analytically study that why Mahaprabhu given the highest anarpita charim chirat. Chirat adattam nijagupta vittam. Never given before. This word chira means since time immemorial, long time, or never given. All this translation given. Means what is not given? This completeness of inner nourishment. It's reality. You go to see a very advanced sadhu in other sampradaya beside Gauriyas, they go to temple, they bow down, they worship, they cry, they offer incense, they light candle. They hear their wife or children got accident, they run from temple. Who is more attached? Is the children, is the family, is wife, husband. What Mahaprabhu has given is the highest form of intimacy, inner nourishment that soul can achieve. How? Shakti. It is taking shelter of Srimati Radhika, taking shelter of Yogamaya or Swarup Shakti. What is Gurudev? What is spiritual master? Is Swarup Shakti. Manifestation of Sambit and Ladini. Even Sambit is not complete until Ladini comes. We just discussed other day. The between Aishwarya mixed bhakti and pure Braja bhakti, vast difference. What was the difference? We discussed on the Vatsalya Ras, even if you think that Mother Devaki and Vasudev. What is the prime age of the Lord in Vatsalya Ras?
1 to 5.
1 to 5. Who enjoyed 1 to 5 of Lord?
Mother Yashoda.
Mother Yashoda. Why? Because in the root of their devotion is not mixed with Aishwarya. When Drona and Dora was praying to Brahmaji, what did they ask? Mother Devaki and Vasudev, when they were Prishnigarbha and Sutapa, they asked same. Brahmaji, they were praying, we want Lord. So the Lord appeared. What do you want? We want a child like you. So then next life Lord come as a child. Vamandev, Aditi and Kashyapa Muni. Then in the third life, but why Dorna and Dhara, they got the highest form of intimacy that Mother Yashoda hugged Krishna million times every day. You may think it's exaggeration. It's not exaggeration. They really have that intimacy that they cannot live even a moment without each other. This 1 to 5 is so sweet. This is 100% pure. Why? Because in the beginning of the root, when Dronadhara was there, Brahmaji asked, what benediction do you want? What did Drona says? Let me ask Dhara. Dhara says what? I want pure love for the Supreme Lord who will come as a child. Did not ask for sambandha. Ask the pure love. That's why Krishna Prem is our goal. Our goal is not relationship with God. Relationship is serving the base. It's required. Without relationship, feeling doesn't come. But feeling is important. The Krishna Prem, why Krishna Prem is the goal? Because that Krishna Prem, Yashoda as Dhara asked the Brahma and Brahma gave blessing. So she enjoyed the highest pleasure. Devaki, Vasudev, they got the sambandha, God as a son. But did they get the ultimate?
No.
This is, we may not think, but ask yourself, why you like to hug somebody? Because it's originally, Prabhupada put in the Bhagavatam, originally Lord himself wanted a intimacy feeling. From his left side, Srimati Radhika appeared. Prabhupada put in Bhagavatam purport. I was very surprised. That this is the origin. Lord wanted to. This, the root of Shakti manifestation, Jiva manifestation. Otherwise, there is no use of us coming to even what you call manifestation being, that we exist. What's the purpose? In that loving service, Krishna Prem. So they have a biggest mistake here they are doing, that they do not give the eternal base, lover, beloved and love. They are giving the love, you may say, you follow, as a subjective, not addressed as a absolute reality, but subjective world or subjective potency, or addressing to the subject, you are giving more importance. What will be the problem? Bhavan is not here. Anyway, there was one Gauriya Sannyasi wrote some article on the Yoga journal. So one devotee was reading in the shop, I won't mention the name, but anyway, So I said there is a mistake in this because you are emphasizing divine love. Nothing to do with God, divine love. Sounds very good. Be nice, Prabhu. This divine love everybody is looking for. You are trying to find Srimati Radhika's position without Krishna ever existed. There is no such thing. Absolutely there is no such thing. This man, what's his name? Digambar. He is saying Nistarini is source of everything. Source of Brahma, Vishnu, everything. Who is the source of Nistarini?
Who is Listerine? Is that
You just read. He just
is
read.
that
Form of Durga.
is that a form of Dugar? Is
No,
that-
no, this is our conception. I am talking about from his conception. What is the biggest mistake? This is not him. Even a Gauriya Sannyasi just wrote in a yoga journal about this. Divine love is everything. We should feel divine love. What about serving? What about servitorship? What about relationship? If you talk about relationship, there has to be an object of person to be served. Otherwise it becomes like a Haribol, we are in divine love. Did you feel the love? The servitorship is like a rejected. There is no service. We must serve our spiritual master because he is giving the Swarup Shakti. Divine love is coming. We are not away from divine love. Divine love is coming, but the person who is giving has to be also served. The service is the key. You follow? To get the divine love. But we are focusing on the divine love, but not service attitude, it will never come. It will be deception. A big time deception. This is the biggest monopoly that Shakta. There are three types of Shakta. This is one type of Shakta. Where is the origin of this philosophy comes? Agama Shastra, Tantra Shastra. Where is the origin? From Padma Puran. Previously we read, I think chapter 7, no? Or chapter 6, where Lord ordered Lord Shiva, Lord Krishna ordered Lord Shiva to manifest this. Why? Because in the spirit of exploitation, dedication cannot take place. If Gurudev comes here, a pure devotee just arrived in your house, everybody has a party spirit of enjoying. It's very difficult to respect him and serve him. Because no devotional mood. Everybody is like, you have some food? Pure devotee is sitting and no care. The service attitude is like a neglected. Why? Because the exploitation idea. Party spirit, something like that. So this is the biggest problem, that this tantric, you'll see, we read it, last week you guys are eating potato and what? Something like that. Roots and potato. Last week we read. But what's wrong of eating nice meat, wine and everything, enjoy life? They will never understand this. They have a God conception. They do. But it is completely opposed to our eternal truth. So just to be aware of it, this is not something in India. This Shakti is not India. Even though this story is related, Bhaktivinoda Thakur talking about Nistarini, some group. Yes? But it is here. In Gainesville there is Yoga Center, they teach this. Every city in America they have this. And there are thousands of followers. I was surprised. 300 young boys and girls, they meditate on Shiva in Gainesville. I just met their guru, young man, very nice, very polite. So I'm trying to draw them. At least 30-40 will come on Shivaratri, so we can discuss. They are respectful. They really respect us. And I was very surprised. They really spend 2-3 hours every day to meditate. Young, 20, 22, 24.
What's the name of the group?
Guru's name is Vyas. Very nice
What's the name of
guy.
the group?
There's no name of the group.
Are they Indian body?
They have a retreat body in Palatka. You know Palatka?
Yeah.
On the way. They have a retreat center. They get like 162 people they did for 2 weeks. They do meditation on Shiva and very nice. But because they have a respectful nature, it's very nice. So I felt like to intervene. And when he comes back from India, he will allow us to go and display our philosophy, discuss some extent. Yes, Prabhu.
Are they genuinely worshipping Shiva or they're Mayavadi?
I really didn't poke enough. But I want to go there and establish, have some trust on us so that...
Very quickly come to.
Yeah, but I did test some boys like Chris. He's a very tall... You saw Chris, somebody? No.
That came today?
You saw Harper friend. Is it normal American boy?
Yeah.
He's a Harper. Another boy is Harper. He also does meditation. His friend came today, first time. They spend money also with us. So it's different. But they are not poor, not beggar, street beggar. The guy is spending $1,500 on healing stone. But they are into meditation. They are into this Eastern culture. So what we are reading, don't think it is Jaiva Dharma is for India, some group over there, smoke ganja and do this. No. This is here. In every city of America right now is growing. We better have a complete awareness trained, then we can help them. It is easier to divert those people, like Bea's wife. She's a very nice girl, Jennifer. So I was trying to be familiar and I asked her what she do. Oh, my parents hate it because they are fanatic Christian. So I don't say anything, but I hear. But very nice. They are very respectful to Krishna temple, to the other deities. But they have a big misconception. That's all right. But at least some respect is there. We want, like Achyutananda Prabhu says, that he asked Prabhupada this. We should be very aware of this philosophy, that the concept of God versus accepting Veda as authority are vast difference. Those who are respecting the Veda as authority, they are much higher than concept of God that they developed. Because concept of God is based on a judge who is in the court. Judge is the God. So you ask, sir, you are the priest or mullah or rabbi, so I need to go to God because, I need to go to court because I am in trouble. The lawyer will say what? Yes, I can take you. Oh, you know the judge? Yes, he come 10 o'clock. He wear black robes. He is very punctual and he knows the law. And I know him. How much you know? Well, in the court we see each other. But Srila Prabhupada in Chaitanya Charitamrita very nicely explained. This concept of God is not Veda acceptor. Those who follows Veda, even Shaktas, are higher than that concept of God. The world, majority religion only follows that concept of God, that they know God as a judge. But we are talking about God in his private life. He goes to the house, he tells his wife, how you doing? He gives a hug, he gives a kiss. The child comes, jump on the father. Mother say, my son, give me a glass of water. In the court, you can never say that. Give me a glass of water. Judge will never get down from his seat. First of all, nobody can order. This is very true. So like this private life of the Lord is called Braja Prem, is very high. Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, two things. When I arrived in Calcutta with Prabhupada, it was Kali Puja time. And there were big Kali Puja deities and sacrifice. And I said, well, the Western religions worship one almighty God. They're worshipping demigods. Who is better? This is the Kali worship. Why? They're in the Vedic system. Then he said, Shipram Bhavati Dharmatma. Very quickly they will come up. Because they're whispering in the goat's ear. Sacrificial goat. You will have the right to take a human birth and have the right to kill me. So right away they know of transmigration of the soul. They will identify with the soul instead of the body. Well, they're way ahead, which is not described in the Bible's Old or New Testament. Then two things. Later on that time, also some man said, well, what about these Kali worshippers? That they worship Kali so that they can have success in their robberies. There's these dacoits that worship Kali. And I said, they're better than you. They're going to Kali for something. And Shipram Bhavati Dharma, he said again. that because they're going to God for praying or something, then Kali will raise them to become righteous.
Thank you. This is very important. Why? Because in your mind right now, as we are discussing, your mind will say, I don't understand this. You will see, your mind will not agree. I think a lot of Christians are very good devotee, but they do not have a personal conception of God. I personally interview, I personally do, I am curious to know. They believe there is a God. When you ask, is God has a queen? What? Is your God has a queen? What are you talking about? Is a God eats, somebody cooks for him, he has a queen, he enjoys life, does he do anything? Well, Bible doesn't say that. Therefore, you have an impersonal conception of God. You cannot meditate on God because there is no form of God vividly explained. His hobby, his personal life of the judge in the private house. This is not a fanaticism. I had a doubt that too. I thought the devout Muslim, they are very high. How it can be lower than the Vedic? Because their conception 5 times they do namaz. Wherever they are, they look for the Mecca, which side is Mecca, and they do namaz. I believe they carry compass or something. I don't know how they know where the Mecca is. So they pay obeisances, they pay dandavat, then they pray. La Allah, Hilallah, Rasulallah. These prayers are very nice. But if you personally ask, sir, what is the conception of divine love and divine personality, divine characteristic, divine attributes, his hobby, his liking, his merciful nature, manifestation, anything? Well, we'll find out. This is the blank statement always. We'll find out when we leave this world. That's all right. If you have some kind of, you want to keep on going, then you can go on and next life you take birth in some Vaishnava family. But otherwise in this life they cannot meditate. Which philosophy has?
Well, because they don't believe that there is next birth. That's why.
No, but point is they believe there is God, but there is no explanation of God. You exist, but there is no name or form or anything. So how do you know he exists? Well, he is there somewhere.
Faith.
This is called impersonalism. They have a good heart, soft heart. It appears, it is. And Krishna will guide them. That's why they are coming slowly.
They'll say that Jesus is God. That's the form they should worship, meditate on.
Yes, Prabhu?
What is the form of Durga, Kali, Shiva made of? Is that spirit or
Matter.
prana? It's matter.
Both.
It's a little both.
In our explanation, what we understand, in Kapil Dev explains that this, even Prabhupada quote also in the Brahma Samhita, that Srishti Sthiti Pralaya Sadhana Shaktir Eka Cha Eva Jasya Bhuvanani Vivorti Durga Ichhana Rupam Api Jasya Chachestitesa Govindamadi Purusham Tamham Bhajami. That divine potency of the Lord who manifests the creation, annihilation and maintenance through her 3 potency. Rajagun creates, Tamagun destroys, Sattvagun maintains. She has a 3 form in this 3 guna. She has an internal form, she has an external form. She is a conscious being, but she has a dull matter body. When the annihilation is over, she goes to sleep until new annihilation start, then she will wake up. Because that was the nature of the shadow potency. Now, that girl is not here, Mohini. She said she is a...
So I told you her name Mohini, but it's
Oh, I'm sorry, Prema.
Okay.
Prema. I should remember.
She's black like Krishna. Krishna's Brahma.
Don't go that route. Krishna is not black. I just told one devotee a story over the phone. He said, is Krishna really black? I said, you have to spend 2 hours, because there is a very fancy stories about. But Tattva Siddhanta is, I don't want to go to that route, but then it's a problem. But we should all remember, every substance, please repeat, then you'll remember. Every substance has inheritance, quality, nature, characteristics, and color. So the paramount amorous,
Lord Krishna Sham color.
no, don't jump. Repeat the acharyas.
Yes.
Jiva Goswami Path says, the amorous paramount embodiment has its intrinsic nature, condensed form of bliss in a blue. That's why Krishna manifests blue. He's not trying to be blue. This is who he is made of. You can't help it. He is made of a most attractive, charming Madan Mohan, most attractive, that he has a all the time uninterrupted flow of affection, love towards Srimati Radhika. That what causes him to manifest in a blue. Shemam eva param rupam. Shemam eva. This is Mahaprabhu immediately embraced to Raghupati Upadhyaya. He quoted this verse, that this Sringar Ras has a Shemam Rupa. Whenever you talk about the God's love, amorous pastime, it cannot be in any other form. Unless he is overwhelmed, then he takes the deep absorption of Srimati Radhika, he takes the white form. Then when he becomes completely anurag, feeling constant, then he takes the sannyasi form. Many other form comes, but the original form is Shem Varna, because Sringar Ras is made of. Nothing he can. Anyway, we went black. Never mind. Because there is a story of Krishna's teasing, the teasing story. That Krishna was grown up, 3.5 years old. So one day he went outside and then all the boys are laughing and joking. See how contagious it is? It's like a remind of 2-3 story now. He was so contagious. That time, Krishna came out in the field and then he saw all these boys. All the boys are laughing and joking. But they are not welcoming Krishna. So Krishna says, what's going on? What's going on? Why are you doing like this? He said, because nobody is saying anything, everybody is giggling. Like you ever did that, like you giggles. But you're talking about somebody, but when that person comes, you don't talk about. So Krishna is very, he started laughing and then he came to one person. Come on, why are you laughing? I'm not asking you, Krishna is asking too. See, he thinks himself. So then it's like, very funny. They don't answer. Then Krishna is surprised. Why they're laughing and they don't say? Then he's going another one, and everybody is like shying away. What do you call, escaping? He's still laughing. So finally, Krishna is he also laughing, but he's not getting why everybody is laughing. He's making him laugh. So Madhumangal, as a Brahman boy, he came out and he said, well, we know the truth. That's why we could not control ourselves. What is the truth? Well, the truth is, who is your mother? What are you talking about? Mother Joshoda is my mother. No. That is the biggest mystery, that we could not control ourselves. Krishna got what? What are you guys talking about? Then they all became serious. They're looking at him. And they're really staring him. You ever stare, 10 people staring at one person? And all these thousands of boys are staring at Krishna's form, looking as if they never saw him. His every hand and his body is looking. Yeah, wow. Krishna says, what? Yeah, what? He said, this is exactly what we heard. Because your color, black, it does not match. We know the truth. What is the truth? Truth is, she is not your mother. And Krishna all of a sudden got depressed because he has so much love for Mother Yashoda. So much love. Not possible. It's very hard to convince Krishna. Then Krishna just kind of sarcastically, but he was very sad and inquisitive. Oh, where you come up with this? Well, we heard the story. I know we are little boys, but we heard the story today, everything revealed. That your father and mother did not have any children for long, long time. One day Nanda Baba was going towards the Brahmanda Ghat. And there was a big, dark, black tamarind tree. And he used to see that tree every day. One day he looked at, there is a black tamarind tree which had a black hole. Did you get it, Krishna? Krishna is like getting collapsed, he's like he doesn't understand where is this story from. He said, seriously. Then Nanda Baba, when he saw that big black tree which has a big black hole, and inside the big black hole there is a black feather of the crows. You know Krishna's hair looks like? What? Come on. You didn't read Nectar of Devotion?
Crow.
Black feather like?
Crow.
Like crow. Because it has an origin somewhere. Then Nanda Baba looked at that this big black tree has a black hole, has a black feather, has a black baby. And he felt like, how? The baby is crying. Where is this baby coming from? And he was depressed. Oh, I don't have a baby. I'm being trying whole life. Then he picked up the baby. And that black baby he brought to his wife Yashoda. And that's you. Krishna is so depressed, he just went back home. He could not take it anymore. Because Madhumangal is very dramatic about it. Because he's not a coward boy, he's a Brahman boy, became a coward boy. There's a little difference when you are converted. Because he's not a Vaishya. Vaishya has a different charming. He's a Brahman. Come from where? Ujjain. Outside the parameter of Vrindavan. From Ujjain he walks all the way as a little boy with his grandmother. So he's outcast, but he's trying to be the best friend. And he is, in that angle. So then he went there. But generally when Krishna goes home, he generally jump on Mother Yashoda's lap and Mother Yashoda grab him. They have a very intimate. But today Krishna did not go there. Krishna was in the courtyard and he was just sitting there and you saw child what he does like what do you call that
Pants.
huh?
Pants.
Hand. He crying on the ground and he's crying and crying and crying like this. At one point he found himself very lost. That time Mother Yashoda, the girls, they informed the Mother Yashoda and Mother Yashoda immediately came out. Lala, my darling, what's wrong with you? Lala, sit down. What's wrong with you? Come here. No. Then she, oh, my black cute baby. She's saying the same thing to me. He's like a shock. Oh, look at you. You're so cute black with your kajal black. And he's like, oh, this is like a real truth. So he's like trying to hide, but where can he hide? So Mother Yashoda finally trap him. What's wrong? Tell me. No, you're not my mother. What? No, you're not my mother. I know all the truth. I'm not your mother? How do you know the truth? You're not my mother. And it was like a shock. We are laughing because I'm not in that Braja mood. But it was very painful. Mother Yashoda cannot hear such word like this. Very impossible. So then she investigated, how you thinking? Well, I know you binded me last year. If I was your real son, you would not bind me. I know you disciplined me, you chastised me, you would not do this if I was. Then Mother Yashoda felt guilty. Sanatana Goswami Path says that Mother Yashoda actually feels that such a dilemma all the time, duality. She wants to discipline because she wants her child to grow as the best of the whole world. At the same time, she does not feel like to ever discipline. It's not like she wants to chastise him. It's not really, she doesn't have any feeling to chastise or make him ever feel that she is heavy, harsh. But she's not. But what can she do? She also wants the child to grow up as like a best boy. So she feels dilemma. So this episode took place is very intimacy. Then Mother Yashoda says, how in the world do you think like this? No, everybody knows, whole Brajavashi knows. The children just told me the whole truth. You know, everybody believes one person. Do you know? Yes. Who is that? God. Okay, come to Narayan temple. She has a Narayan temple. So she grabbed Krishna on the right hand and she took immediately and she started crying. Here is the Narayan deity, Shalogram. And she touching Narayan Shila on the right hand and holding Krishna. My dear Narayan, my dear Lord, did I pray you that I want a child and I want a child and I want a child like you and he gave you? I'm not lying. Did this boy not come from me? I swear to God that you have come from me. She was very serious. That time Krishna understood, even though 3.5. Then he sat down on the lap and started drinking milk. So they became little, normal. Pacified. So when somebody is pacified, then they attack with the doubts. But why I'm black, Mom? Mommy, why am I black? You are so beautiful, bright blue. Jogomaya creating this color difference too. He is blue. But that moment was like a more dark black. So why am I black? My daddy, Nanda Maharaj, what color is? White. Little, chubby and mustache. Little belly. Yeah. So this is Nectar of Devotion, Rupa Goswami Pad writes. And Mother Yashoda's cloth, what color?
Orange saffron.
Orange saffron. This is meditation, very nice. So that time Krishna asked this question to Mother Yashoda. He said, who did I pray, you think? What color is Shila, Shalogram Shila? Black. He said, don't you see, I prayed him. So I asked the Lord to make a child like him. So he's black, you became black. Oh, yeah. And I used to have a dream, a black boy in my courtyard. And I used to love him. So I prayed the black God for a black boy of my black dream. That's why you became black. Then Krishna is very happy. No problem. Then he started laughing. There's another fascinating story, but not today. It's very interesting. Why he was black. There's so many joking stories. What we are talking?
We were talking about material nature, and then last time Prem was talking about it, and then you were going to say something about her, and then she's black.
He made the black side.
Like we're talking about like material nature and.
Yeah, material nature is also black, dark, spooky. He says, Ajnana, Timira, what's the last word? What is on the
Darkness.
Dark, spooky, dark. It is. It is. Material world is like this. Yes, Prabhu.
I'm like a little bit confused because in that morning walk book right there, someone asked Srila Gurudev if that story was like altogether correct, and he said no.
What story?
The pastime where the cowherd boys are teasing Krishna about his coloration.
Yes.
And he says that Mother Yashoda has the same color as Krishna.
Yes.
Is that only
on this day. On this day.
Oh, okay.
Only on 28 last Chaturjugas, end of Daparas, that Krishna has all blue. Gautamiya Tantra. I have the verse. And every other Dapur Juga, Mother Yashoda is white.
Okay.
Only Swami Bhagavan Mother is like Krishna, exactly like Krishna. Also Krishna doesn't come only blue. Narayana is also blue. Krishna is a constitute of all color. You cannot say something is lacking in Krishna.
Isn't he also described as like neon money color, also like blue sapphire color sometimes?
Yeah. Indranila. The same. Chandana charchita Neela kalebara, bluish cloud. Also it says Gita Govinda. This is the verse from Gita Govinda. Chandana charchita Neela kalebara pita basana vanamali. You're not supposed to sing the whole song because then Krishna will appear. That's what the... So you quietly say it in your mind. So he can appear in the mind. That's good. So, how does Nistarini? How does the Mahamaya serve Krishna? How does Mahamaya serve Krishna?
By putting the jiva in illusion.
Little more?
That the jiva who has the desires to enjoy apart from Krishna, so Krishna gives that jiva the facility to enjoy apart from him, but in order to do that, the jiva has to believe that he is part from Krishna. So Mahamaya takes the service of covering the jiva and making him believe that he is apart from Krishna and that he's enjoying in this material world.
Good. How does he enjoy? What you said is correct, but there is a very fine print. The way Mahamaya served Krishna by lamentation, lust, greed, hunger, thirst, old age, death. She herself feels this and she makes every jiva to do this. Even though in our constitutional position we have nothing to do with all this. These 6 things that I mentioned, this is how Mahamaya serves. But there is a fine point is when Mahamaya lament, like for an example, she went to Daksha's, her father's place, yes?
Yeah.
She gave her her body. She lamented. Did she enjoy this? Or she is just like us? This is very fine point. Is she acting just like a conditioned soul?
No.
How do you understand? Who is Sati?
She's wife.
She is wife, of course. Of who?
Shiva.
Then? That's not enough. She is the Maya Shakti. We are talking about illusory energy is her. Daksha did not understand this. He thought is my daughter.
So,
Nobody understood. Only Shiva understood.
so can you say that, like Sati, in this example, Sati is not in Maya, she is Maya.
She is in Maya as a Maya.
She's okay.
If she is not in Maya, how can she experience this? Have you ever, you go right now,
She is Maya.
she is Maya in Maya.
There's Maya.
Because the shadow potency herself, now she took the form of a Sati, but she is possessing the Maya Shakti. Maya Shakti means illusion, Maya Shakti means these 24 elements. We do not have 24 elements. She has, Shiva has, we do not. That's what the mistake is. Is everybody grasping this? When, say, I don't want to use a bad example, but this is what all the bad is. Say you love a person the most, that person died. And you feel what?
Sorrow.
Sorrow. What do?
Cry.
And then if you really love that person and that news came, that person was looking for you and you were not there and really suffocated and died.
Lament.
You lament. If you keep on lamenting, what will happen?
You want to kill yourself?
Huh?
Depression?
Then if you go on depression, what will happen? Go on.
Suicidal.
Suicidal. So you commit suicide. What happened?
Your ghost.
Ghost body.
So what happened?
You have to wait until Shivaratri, I guess, to take birth again, right?
No, you're missing a point. The whole thing is a suffering for you. you're doing the whole transmigration, you follow? Going the sad to depression to ghost to the whole is a suffering. There is no pleasure for the soul. But when Maya Devi does, it is her enjoyment. Try to understand the illusion. We are not Maya products. We are Swarup Shakti minute. In our constitutional nature, there is no trace of Maya. But when illusion exhibiting illusion, she is enjoying. This is what she is. When Chit Shakti, when Srimati Radhika cry for Krishna, this is her enjoyment. This is not a suffering of Maya. You understand? Opposite. But how to understand this? Everything in Krishna world, they cry, they do, but this is an expression of prem. Expression extended into transformation of different stages of prem. Whatever they do, cry or jump or laugh is same. Same in a sense is a made of condensed form of bliss. So everything Swarup Shakti does is what? Bliss. Everything. Whether it's crying or laughing or sad, is all happy. But whatever Maya does, it is for her is enjoyment. Ananda is that. But when Jiva adopts this, or what you call dovetail this, it's suffering for them. Who can say this? Then I'll know that yes, Prabhu.
So essentially it's like this. Whenever the living entity is under the influence of Maya, he experiences only suffering. But Sati, who is Maya, when she sees the suffering of the living entity, it's like bliss for her. Is that?
No.
When she experiences it.
Her experience is happy for her.
Yeah.
Because she is made of. What is Maya Shakti made of?
Nature.
24 elements.
Maya Shakti made of 24 elements. Temporary.
Right.
These are she's made of. Fire will always burn. Ice cream always tastes sweet. It will never act like ice cream will never burn you and fire will never taste like ice cream. Why? Why?
Nature.
Because that's what they made of. Inherent nature means that's what made of.
And so because the jiva is not made of those elements.
Correct. They will suffer and they should suffer. And that is a blessing because then it will wake them up. That's why everybody is running after something. Let me get a job. Let me get another husband or wife or this or that. Some way to fill up the... No. Fill up the gap of what? Fill up the...
Remove the suffering.
Incompleteness of sufferings. This suffering. Illusion suffering.
So when she's covering over the jiva, because she's doing her seva, that's her seva to cover the
This is enjoyment for her.
Because she's doing her seva, right?
Yes. Try to understand. She is not suffering. No mother will suffer by giving poison to a child. Will there be? No. But when Maya punishes the soul, it is not her depressed. Oh, I don't like to do that. This is not. We should understand it. This is her service. Don't disrespect her. This is her position. This is what Krishna gave. She made of illusion. And this is her enjoyment. But soul has nothing to do with Maya nature or Maya elements. We have a eternal Swarup Shakti minute. When we connect with that, everything becomes normal for us. Yes, Prabhu.
So when she's covering the living entity and she's experiencing some happiness or bliss from this, that's...
From where? From what?
From her service.
Good. To
Krishna.
Very good.
And so Krishna is giving her this happiness because her service is perfect.
Yes.
So that's basically
Yes.
it.
Because that's what she's made of.
Yes.
Nobody should duplicate this. That is the problem.
But how is this different than from Jiva? Because by serving Krishna, then Jiva receives happiness. Then Maya, she's serving Krishna, therefore she's receiving happiness. It's the same thing. The way
happiness is drawing from the service.
Yes.
But example is given like this. The graphite and the diamond, both are product of carbon. But when you put the graphite on a paper, it drops. But the diamond, you put on a paper, it cuts. Diamond doesn't have nothing. Swarup Shakti is like a diamond. It always stays. Their service by giving pleasure, nothing to do with the Mayas. They don't need to discipline. Yogamaya does not discipline. Yogamaya only, what Ladini potency does? Ladini koraye Krishna ananda asadan, Ladini dara kore bhakte roposhan. In Chaitanya Charitamrita it says Ladini potency give pleasure to the Lord and give pleasure to the devotee. Nothing else she does. Because you don't need anything. That's what she is made of. Ladini potency will not act like a Maya. Neither Maya can act like a Ladini. Because they are constitutionally like graphite. Even the source is one. Source is one. Graphite and diamond, source is one, carbon. But constitutional structure, what create the inherent nature or quality. So because Maya is constitutionally constructed as a shadow potency, her enjoyment is with the illusion. More deeper illusion it is, better she is enjoying.
Deeper illusion she is in?
Yeah. She creates this to serve him.
But that's service to Krishna. It's not the illusion that's given her the pleasure.
Well, that's what she's made of. You are serving Krishna. When you are serving Krishna, where is this happiness coming from? Pleasure of Krishna. Krishna is satisfied, so the service is producing. It appears like that I'm getting the happiness from Krishna, but actually Krishna's pleasure is giving me the pleasure. It's very subtle. So it's something like this. Her pleasure to Krishna, by putting illusion more and more, so that the soul can keep on going, it's actually she is drawing more pleasure.
May I look at it? It was like in the
I have a
beginning.
question. After him.
Okay.
In the beginning parts of Jaiva Dharma, it discusses how the jiva's nitya dharma is prem dharma.
Yes.
And how each vastu, each substance has an intrinsic nature, function. So the function of Maya Devi, the intrinsic nature granted to her by Krishna, is to basically put the jiva into illusion and suffering. And so since that's her natural function, it's also the state in which she derives happiness.
Correct.
So similarly, if the jiva, if he's immersed in the naimittic dharma, this temporary function of this universe, and is immersed in illusion, then he suffers. Whereas if he's acting according to his prema dharma, then he's happy.
Yes.
So it's all about acting according to the natural state.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
It's good. Yes, Mata.
So we can pray to her.
To who? Can you say the name?
Maya.
Oh, Maya, okay.
And ask her if she can kindly let us do our service to Krishna and not deviate. Like sometimes you're like, oh, I don't feel like chanting today, and then you have to be strong in your mind. Please, dear Lord Krishna, let me do my rounds, or because it's a constant thing, at least for me.
You can, but technically our acharyas, they do not emphasize that. They say you pray to your spiritual master is the key to enter, because the spiritual master really has a key to the door of spiritual world. Maya Devi can help if she feels. But there is one side of Maya Devi or Shiva, why our Acharya, they do not promote. Gopeshwar Mahadev worshipping is not a Shiva worshipping. It is an internal potency directly. It's nothing to do with real Shiva worshipping. The Shiva worshipping, what we talk in this world, is Shambhu Tattva Shiva. It really has nothing to do with Gopeshwar Shiva. Besides Gauriya Vaishnava, who talks about Gopeshwar Shiva? Nobody.
No one.
So so there is not a question even. When they worship Shiva, Shiva is Mahabhagavat. Same time, he is also subject to undercover of Tamogun. So when you are approaching Shiva, If he is in Tamagun, you will not be benefited. He can be angry, he can be just like a mundane world. In his constitutional position, there is a illusion. But in Yogamaya or Swarup Shakti Gurudev, there is no trace of illusion. So therefore, if you approach in a wrong time, may get wrong result. So it's better we respect her, but we don't need to pray to them. We pray to Gopeshwar Mahadev, we pray to Yogamaya, Jamuna Devi, Ganga Devi. There is so much expansion of Swarup Shakti is there. Vrinda Devi, Vrindavan Dham, like that. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yes, Mata.
How if she enjoys the service that she does to Krishna, puts in on the jivas in illusion, isn't there somewhere verses that talk about how she is in Krishna's, she's ashamed to show herself in front of him, so she
Right.
stays in the back of him, so that
Right.
sounds like she's embarrassed by her service. And then I also have a vague memory of hearing somewhere that she's actually glad when the jiva is able, she's challenging, but
Yes.
she's glad when the jiva comes out from her clutches and then she starts to help.
Yes.
So where does that factor in?
This is true, because the whole purpose of devotional service for her, M.6.160, the whole purpose of her service is that she has to train, discipline, just like a example given by Gurudev, I think, that when you are rebellious child, you don't listen to your mummy or Maya Devi. Maya Devi said, don't touch fire. But you want to touch it. Then after a while she goes to the little out of sight, they call, like some room. And she noticed, she comes and very, very angry. Pull your hand and throw you. Don't! I told you not to. She goes far away. She's not there. This time I'm going to. This time she comes and gives a slap. Is that a punishment really? Is that a punishment? This is Vaishnava view. This is not Smartha view. They cannot see this. We are seeing it this way because our acharyas are explaining, we should develop to see that way. So this is a compassion in that sense. But when people goes there, famous in Bengal, Boshikaran, there's a big billboard. Every Jyotish, many time, Amrit Lal Ekbar, one time. There's big. And Prabhupada mentioned that name also, very funny. I used to read that. He says, Sab Jyotish bar bar, Amrit Lal ek bar. You can go to all the astrologer many times, but Amrit Lal only one time. So don't miss the chance. It's still there. I asked another, is it there? Yeah, it's there. So I went him one time. So I was very, so what is the purpose? If somebody really asks poison to the mother, as Prabhupada said, the mother will never give. But mother, Nistari, Durga or Sati is also like this. But the soul is so rebellious, literally, so rebellious. She is bound to give them disciplining punishment because what they pray to her.
For more material.
We just read, Pasho Baddha Bhave Jiva Pasho Mukta Sadasiva. They believe she is the origin of everything. And what about you? I come from her. Oh, good. Where are you going to go after you die? Oh, when I'm conditioned, she is my mother and I am her son and I pray to her and then one day she will make me liberated. When I become liberated, then I become her husband. How she will like this? But this is made in a scriptures. Tantra Shastra, they made it that way.
That's so strange.
Thank you for noticing. So what can she do? So she had to sometime go over her own way, and really she severely punished those souls. That's why there is disaster has to take place. They're so rebellious. Otherwise, in free will, if you take the free will out, then you are dead matter. Free will makes us evidence of a soul to be a conscious being. So those who are innocent, don't know the fear, but has a good inclination, for them she will help. Like Gop Kumar. Like Gop Kumar got helped. She gave the Gopal mantra. She gave the Gopal mantra, yes? So she helped. Even Gop Kumar went to the Benares, she again appeared with Shiva. Then Lord Shiva spoke to him, get out of here. This is like a tigress. All this sannyasi over there, whenever you see Maravati sannyasi, you see, try to see tigress, want to swallow you. Yeah. This is what Gop Kumar saw. The Lord Shiva said to him, that get out of here. Lord Shiva says, they are tigress, they are going to swallow you. Before they catch you, run. Go to Mathura, do bhajan. So yes, Mata Mahendani asked that question. Yes, she does help. It depends on the inclination. Majority people, majority living being in this world is not devotional. Majority are not. So therefore she will never reveal. Because otherwise you are intervening in the free will. Vaishnava does. But Mayadevi does not intervene in free will.
But so why does she feel shameful sometimes though?
Because the job she has is not really attractive to make the Lord's amorous pastime, unless it's kind of like I don't know if in India you saw those who are like a maid servant, not America, in India, maid servant, you'll see they're like always shy, always like, it's not like they hate their job, it's just that they think this is my position. Humble. They like this. The service she has is not really direct service to the Lord, it's indirect service. It is not direct service to the Lord. The whole manifestation is not direct. It's all indirect, temporary. So if the inclination is good, she will help. But who has the good inclination for devotion? Tell me. Who? Only Vaishnavas. So in that sense she will help. But we don't have to look for her help because Swarup Shakti is superior to her. She is subordinate to Swarup Shakti. So when we have a Gurudev, pure spiritual master, their Swarup Shakti, why do we need anything else? Less important. Okay. We have to read. Go ahead, Prabhuji.
2-9 top. Digambar. Are you not under the control of some power? Dvaita. Yes, we are Jiva Shakti. We have abandoned Maya Shakti and come under the protection of Chit Shakti. Digambar. And you're also a Shakta. Advaita. Yes, the Vaishnavas are true Shaktas. We are under the control of Sri Radhika, who is the embodiment of Chit Shakti. It is only under her shelter that we render service to Krishna. So who is more of a Shakta than the Vaishnavas? We do not see any difference between the Vaishnavas and the real Shaktas. Those who are only attached to Maya Shakti...
Wait, what did he say? No, did you get it? What did he say?
There's no difference between a Vaishnava and a Vaishnava.
He said that.
Vaishnava and who?
Real Shakta.
Vaishnava and who?
Real Shakta.
What is real Shakta?
Vaishnava.
Those who abandon Maya Shakti and taken shelter of Chit Shakti.
They are real Shakta. Not the Shakta of this world. This is, even though it's a simple English, but very fine point. The real Shakta are the worshipper of Srimati Radhika, those who are in Swarup Shakti. Yeah.
Those who are only attached to Maya Shakti without taking shelter of Chit Shakti may be called Shaktas, but they are not Vaishnavas. They are only materialists. In the Narada Pancharatra, Sri Durga Devi explains, Tava Vakshami Radham Hamase Vrindavane Vane. In the forest known as Vrindavan, I am your eternal Shakti, Sri Radhika, who adorns your chest in the Ras dance. From this statement of Durga Devi, it is clear that there is only one Shakti, not two. That Shakti is Radhika when she manifests as the internal potency, and she is Durga when she manifests as the external potency. In the condition of freedom from contact with the material modes of nature, Vishnu Maya is the Chit Shakti. That same Vishnu Maya is the Jad Shakti when it is endowed with the modes of nature. Digambar, you said that you are a Jiva Shakti. What is that? Advaita, Bhagavan has said in the Bhagavad Gita 7.4.6,
Bhumirapo nalo
Vayu Kamana Buddhivacha
Anakarityam Vebhina Prakriti Rashtada Aprayaidasrayaram
Prakritim Viddhi Me Param Jivos Mahavau Jagat
Eta Yodini Buddhani Sarvani Upadaraya Aham Krishna Sasajagata Prabhavat Palamastara.
my inferior or material prakriti is comprised of the 8 components: earth, water, fire, air, space, mind, intelligence, and ego. These 8 elements are under the control of Jad Maya. There is, however, another prakriti which is superior to this Jad Maya, Jad prakriti, and which consists of the jivas. By it, this material world is perceived or seen. Digambar, do you know the glory of Bhagavad Gita? This shastra is the essence of the Digambar, do you know the glory of Bhagavad Gita? This shastra is the essence of the instructions of all shastras, and it resolves all conflicts between the various philosophical ideologies. It establishes that the category of entities known as Jiva Tattva is fundamentally different from the material world and is one of Ishvara's potencies. Learned authorities refer to this Tattva as the Tatastha Shakti. This Shakti is superior to the external potency and inferior to the internal potency. Therefore the Jivas are a unique Shakti of Krishna. Digambar, oh, Kalidas, have you read the Bhagavad Gita? Advaita, yes, I read it quite some time ago. Digambar, what is the nature of its philosophical teachings? Advaita, my brother Digambar, people praise molasses only as long as they have not tasted sugar candy. Digambar,
Translate this in English. You understand what he's talking about?
Yeah.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Pigs eat stool until they take birth as human.
molasses and sugar candy are the same, come from sugar candy, but they're different, refined differently. I mean,
Flavor is different.
Oh.
Flavor is very high. When you taste the candy, you don't go back to that. But it's made of same. One is a pure form, one is not. Okay.
Digambar, my brother, this is simply blind faith on your part. Everyone has tremendous regard for the Devi Bhagavata and the Devi Gita. You Vaishnavas are the only people who cannot even bear to hear the names of these 2 books. Advaita, have you read the Devi Gita? Digambar, no. Why should I lie? I was going to copy these 2 books, but still haven't been able to do so. My computer just blew up and
What?
hard drive crash.
His computer blew up.
Advaita, how can you say whether a book is good or bad when you have not even read it? Is it my faith or yours that is blind? Digambar, brother, I've been somewhat afraid of you ever since childhood. You were always very talkative, but now that you've become a Vaishnava, you're even more assertive in expressing your views. Whatever I say, you cut to pieces. Advaita, I am certainly a worthless fool, but I can see there is no Shuddha Dharma apart from Vaishnava Dharma. You are always inimical to the Vaishnavas, and that is why you cannot even recognize the path to your own auspiciousness. Digambar, a little angry, do you claim that I cannot see the path of my own auspiciousness when I have performed so much sadhana and bhajan? I've been cutting grass all this time to feed my horse? Just look at this Tantra Sangraha that I've written. Do you think it was a joke to produce a book like this? You arrogantly flaunt your Vaishnavism and ridicule modern science and civilization. What am I to do about this? Come, let us go to an assembly, a civilized assembly, and see who will be judged right, you or me. Advaita Das. Oh, Advaita Das wanted to be freed from Digambar's undesirable association as soon as possible, for he felt that this meeting was completely non-productive. Well, brother, he said, what use will your material science and civilization be at the time of death?
Ah, very good.
Digambar, Kalidas, you are really a strange fellow. Will anything remain after death?
See that? Now what conclusion he came?
The same.
Atheist. What remains?
As long as you're alive, you should try to acquire fame among civilized men and enjoy the 5 pleasures: wine, meat, fish, wealth, and women.
I didn't say in Bengali the 5 mas. 5 mas.
At the time of death, Mother Nistarini will arrange for you to go wherever you are meant to go. Death is certain, so why are you subjecting yourself to so much tribulation at present? Where will you be when the 5 elements of this body merge with the 5 great elements of material nature? This world is Maya, Yogamaya, Mahamaya. It is she who can award you happiness now and liberation after death. Nothing exists except Shakti. You have come from Shakti and you'll return to Shakti in the end. Just serve Shakti and witness the power of Shakti in science. Try to increase your spiritual power through yoga discipline. In the end, you will see that there is nothing other than this imperceptible potency. Where did you get this far-fetched tale about a conscious supreme God? Your belief in such a story is making you suffer now, and I can't fathom what destination you'll attain in the next life that will be superior to ours. What is the need for a personal God? Just serve Shakti, and when you merge into that Shakti, you will remain there eternally. Advaita, my brother, you have become infatuated with this material Shakti. If there is an all-knowing Bhagavan, then what will happen to you after death? What is happiness? Happiness is peace of mind. I have given up all material pleasure and found happiness in inner peace. If there's anything more to be achieved after death, I will also attain that as well. You are not satisfied. The more you try to enjoy, the more your thirst for material pleasure expands. You do not even know what happiness is. You are simply drifting in the current of sensuality and calling out, "Oh, pleasure, pleasure." So one day you will fall into the ocean of sorrow.
Tigambar, whatever will be my fate will be, but why have you abandoned the association of cultured men? Advaita, I have not renounced the association of cultured men. Rather, that is precisely what I have obtained. I am trying to give up the association of degenerate men. Digambar, how do you define degenerate association? Advaita, please hear without becoming angry, and I will tell you. Srimad Bhagavatam says, 4:30-33,
Yamate maya sprishta brahmana iha karmi tattva samshanam sangasyam bhave.
O Bhagavan, we pray that as long as we are bewildered by your illusory potency and are wandering in material existence under the influence of our karmic activities, we may have the association of your Premi Bhaktis birth after birth. It is said in Hari Bhakti Vilas 10.294,
Santi sahasangastu na kartavya karachana yasmatsavarta hanisya adapatasta jayate.
One should never associate with people who are immersed in non-reality, for by such association one is deprived of all worthwhile objects of attainment and falls down to a degraded position. The Katyayana Samhita says, even if I should die in a blazing fire or be trapped for all time in a cage, I still do not want the company of persons averse to thinking of Krishna. It is said in Srimad Bhagavatam 3:31-33-34, Satyam
Samsucham dayamam nam buddhir hirshya sasajam samodamo bhagaschati yasanga yadishangshayam
Teshu asantishu mudeshu kandidatashu asadushu
sangana krujachoshu yoshitkrida cha.
If one associates with those who are devoid of virtue, one's good qualities, such as truthfulness, cleanliness, mercy, restraint of speech, intelligence, shyness, wealth, fame, forgiveness, control of the senses, control of the mind, and fortune, completely fade away. Therefore, one should never associate with disgraceful people who are agitated by desires for sense enjoyment, who are foolish, who are engrossed in the bodily conception of life, and who are playthings in the hands of women. It is said in the Garuda Purana 231:17, Antargato pivedam
sarvam sastratabdharyapi yona sarvashrir bhaktastam vidya purushadhamam.
One may have studied all the Vedas and be acquainted with the meaning of all the Shastras, But if he is not a devotee of Sri Hari, he should be understood as the lowest of men. Srimad Bhagavatam 6.1.18 states,
Prayashchitani chirnani narayan paramukam
Chandrasura kumbang ivapaga.
O king, just as the water of many rivers cannot purify a wine pot, similarly a person who is averse to Sri Narayan cannot become purified by all the different types of atonement, even if they are executed perfectly again and again. It is said in the Skanda Puran,
Hanti nindati vaidashti vaishnavam abhidanti krudayate yatino harsham darshane patani susat.
the 6 causes of downfall are to beat a Vaishnav, to slander him, to bear malice against him, to fail to welcome or please him, to display anger towards him, and to not feel pleasure upon seeing him. Digambar, a person can never attain auspiciousness through these types of immoral association. What possible benefit can one gain by living in a society composed of such men? Digambar, well now, what established gentleman I have come to speak with. You should certainly stay amidst the pure Vaishnavas. I am going to my own house. Advaita Das felt that his exchange with Digambar was drawing to a close, and that it would be appropriate to conclude on a pleasant note. In a courteous mood he said, "You are my childhood friend. I know you must return home, but I don't want you to go just yet. You have come all this way, so please stay for a while. Take some prasad, and then you may go." Digambar, Kalidas, you know very well that I follow a strict diet. I only eat havisya,
Got gas.
which is
What's that Vishab?
Khichdi.
Kitchery.
and I had a meal just before coming here. However, it was a pleasure to see you. I will come again if I find the time. I cannot stay overnight because I have some duties to perform according to the system given to me by my guru. Brother, I must take my leave for today. Adwaita, very well. I shall see you off to the boat. Let us go. Digambar, no, carry on with your own business. I have some men with me. Digambar then went away, singing a song about Goddess Kali, and Adwaita Das was able to chant Sri Nam in his kutir without further obstruction. Thus ends the 9th chapter of Jaiva Dharma, entitled Nitya Dharma.
Haribo, Gaur Pramanande. We did finish the chapter.
Finished the chapter.
It
5
took.
minutes early too.
We'll have a little
Ice
bhajan.
cream tomorrow, celebration.
Who can say these 6 kinds of offenses without looking at the book? That constitute
Vaishnava.
first aparad of 10 aparad. First of 10 aparad.
Criticize the Vaishnavas.
Yes?
I just know that.
To beat a Vaishnava?
That's not, no. That's not enough. You have to know 6.
Yes, sir.
Whether you want or not, really, every devotee must know. Okay, criticizing then,
To beat a Vaishnava?
now let her say.
Okay, that's number 2. To beat up a Vaishnava.
Okay.
To not be happy. Was it a Vaishnava?
If you cannot say, you will not act.
To inflict pain to another living entity or a Vaishnava?
That's the same thing.
No?
It's a harming, same.
Harming.
No looking,
Physical
no looking
abuse,
book.
Verbal abuse. Not be happy.
If
upon
you don't have to
Not
remember,
to not welcome.
you're not supposed to say.
I'm just-
Let her think.
I'm giving her cues.
No.
Obvious cues. But
Who knows the verse? It's good verse. Hanti nindati vaidesti vaishnavanam na abhinandati kruddate jati darshan harshati
Krudite jati harsham.
harsham na darshane
Darshane Patani.
patanani shat. You're not supposed to look at that. Okay. Say the 6 loudly, let's see.
Okay, to strike or to hit a Vaishnava, to blaspheme a Vaishnava.
No,
Not-
go slowly.
To
First is
to strike or hit a Vaishnava.
harming.
Harm.
Hurt physically.
You can emotionally harm too. no?
Yeah.
Yes,
To
harming.
blaspheme or criticize a Vaishnava.
Okay.
To not be happy upon seeing a Vaishnava.
Okay.
To not welcome a Vaishnava or with give nice, soft,
Okay.
pleasing words. To bear malice.
To what?
To to hate a Vaishnava. Or
No.
Well, one
Say feeling, hate feeling.
have a hateful feeling towards a Vaishnava, and the last one is to become angry at a Vaishnava.
Okay. Mother Melba, he just says 6 kinds of Vaishnava offense. Can you say it?
To harm a
You set my tail, I get angry.
Wow. Shh, Haribol. Gaura.
Like, I hate a
Gaura.
Vaishnava.
You have to be quiet. Please.
To physically harm a Vaishnava, to not to criticize the Vaishnava, to not feel happy to see a Vaishnava, to what was the other one? To
If we remember, we'll act.
to feel angry. That was the last one. To feel anger against the Vaishnava.
Okay.
One?
2. You got a 4 out of 6.
Okay, so
Count yourself.
alright. Not feel happy
Please.
to harm a Vaishnava, to not welcome a Vaishnava.
Good.
To what was the other one? I'm missing one.
It's kind of like anger, but deeper.
To bear malice.
I did say that getting angry.
But a little bit more
There's a little bit more. The hate.
It's almost the hate.
Feeling.
To hate.
The hate of Vaishnava.
Feeling angry at a Vaishnava.
Now, anger, showing anger and feeling hate is 2 different.
Right.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
I may feel hateful, I may not say to you, but I can exhibit anger,
And not hate.
not hate.
You knock over my plate of prasad. I'm angry.
So one is
Today is Ekadashi, you don't need to.
anger towards the Vaishnava.
Exaggerate it.
One is to expose to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Sita.
To physically harm a Vaishnava,
Okay.
blaspheme a Vaishnava, to not please a Vaishnava, like to not be welcoming.
Okay, welcoming and pleasing is little difference. Welcoming means anytime I see Vaishnava,
Well, what I thought it was welcoming.
yeah.
Yeah, it's welcome.
Okay.
Yeah, welcome. Welcoming, often pleasing words.
Oh, offer pleasing word. That's what I
It's the same.
thought.
Courteousness. So many English words.
3.
Yeah. Did I say physically harm?
Yeah.
I already said that. Just kidding. To hate a Vaishnava, to blaspheme.
You can say maintain a hate feeling.
Oh, okay. Maintain
Just say
hateful feelings.
bear malice. That's like the translation.
Not everybody understands.
Most people don't understand.
Yeah.
Hate
Malice,
is good.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like hate.
You like it?
Harboring hate towards a Vaishnava.
Okay, that's enough.
Okay,
Yes.
so
Okay.
harbor hate, to get angry at a Vaishnava,
And to
You got 5.
and
not be.
to not be happy upon seeing a Vaishnava.
Yeah.
Very good. Gandharvika Mata. Oh, Prabhu. I can't believe. Oh, 2 Gandharvika. Please say it. You. Yeah. You. Physically harming Vaishnava 1. Criticizing.
Not happy to see it.
Not happy to see.
Be angry
Be angry.
and maintain hateful feeling.
Very good. 5.
One more.
6. Oh, 5.
No. 1 is left.
Well, they're all kind of similar. Where'd you go? You fail
Not
to-
welcome.
Very good. Give her a little clap. Very good. Okay, you, Prabhu, last one. Then we're going to, yes.
I knew it. To physically harbor a Vaishnava.
Good,
To criticize a Vaishnava.
good,
To harbor hatred or malice toward a Vaishnava.
very
To
good.
become outwardly angry toward a Vaishnava.
Okay,
To fail to welcome a Vaishnava or to please him.
okay.
And to fail to feel joy upon seeing the Vaishnava. Wow.
Very good. Very good. Who doesn't know? Say it. Say it. You're the last.
Was allowed to strike a Vaishnava.
To strike a Vaishnava.
Physically fun.
To not feel happy upon seeing the Vaishnava.
Good.
To bear malice. To get angry.
Yeah.
And to not welcome. And, I can't remember the sixth one.
Talk.
Yeah.
Criticize.
Talk.
The welcome one? That's not
No.
the one.
Criticize.
To not
Talking.
criticize.
Yeah.
Criticize. Not criticize. Criticize.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Priyanath Prabhu, you just.
Okay.
You spill hot dal on the Vaishnava.
Oh my.
I think that goes as that's physically harming, and then he probably gets angry at you. Like I did it the other day.
No.
No, it was. I actually just did that. Like,
It was an accident.
You mean like when you're serving Yara?
yeah.
That was an offense.
Put on their
I
hands.
know.
So I'm making up.
Then I was gonna say.
One who doesn't know, please write it down in your house on the bed. Where you open your eye first, you look at it. Oh, okay.
Not to do.
So it will stay. It will stay. It should stay until we leave this world. It should stay. Or bhava arise. One or the two. It's good.
What if you like really don't like a Vaishnava, but you don't quite hate them?
What?
As long as you don't harbor the feelings.
Like, I really don't like a Vaishnava.
Yeah.
Really don't like them. But I don't hate them. Or
What's the difference?
That's what I'm wondering.
It's a inclination. Your intention is not good.
Yeah, I hate them.
So it's the same thing.
It's the
Isn't
same.
it better just to stay away and not hurt the person? The Vaishnava?
It is not a question of staying away. What is intention in me? I don't like him. Well, he's a very sincere devotee. I don't care. It's very dangerous. I cannot progress with this attitude. This Vaishnavism is very pure. This Vaishnavism is very sweet because they are promoting this 6 warning sign so that I can purify and taste my ultimate goal, love of Godhead, in a pure form. Otherwise, I will be deceived. If somebody gives you gulab jam with the inside some rock of salt, did you ever try it?
No.
Okay. Next time say gulab jam, you will say, I don't know. I may not want it. You lost the taste of Krishna Prem? You're not excited? No, because you had a misconception. So Vaishnavas are very nice. This scripture is so nicely explaining that we should actually purify.
So
If I really say about you, I just don't like her. I don't want to have a contact. I'm not committing offense, Prabhu. Do you understand? I just don't like to see her. What am I talking? What did I just say?
to not be happy.
I
about
really
it.
feel hate feeling. It's the
hap-
same thing.
What happens if you hate an operati?
No, you cannot hate. It's ignorance.
Okay, Prabhu,
No, but if someone's an operati and you're like, oh,
You cannot hate.
no, but if you feel hate,
Then you have to remove it. You have with the
It's still
understand.
aparat though, on
Yeah,
your
it is.
part,
It is aparat.
Jiva
Jiva.
aparat.
Yeah.
Okay.
What if that particular Vaishnava individual?
One boy, one girl. Then you come. Vaishnava, Vaishnavi. Otherwise,
Okay.
sectarian.
What if a Vaishnava has offended you
Yeah.
very badly,
I was gonna ask the same question.
and then you're reacting in a material way, it's just like a knee-jerk reaction. You know what I'm saying? It's like
No. What is that word?
Knee jerk is when the doctor does this and you go like that. You know when they hit you there?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
automated.
Oh, I see.
Automatic.
Someone screams at you and you scream back.
Not really.
Give an example.
Not really thinking about it.
Drop a hammer.
like if somebody did one of these things to you, like got angry with you, or maybe even did physical abuse to you.
Okay.
Caused you.
And how can you reconcile that in your own life so that you don't cause the offenses listed here?
It is depends on, we see Srila Prabhupada's life. In Hawaii, Ambarish Prabhu told me one story. I think about 2 years back. He told me he was there in Hawaii when Srila Prabhupada, actually one disciple, came to Prabhupada, group from Siddhasarup, and he was very angry with Prabhupada. He said, "You making so much rules, it's too much, I can't take it. You are so strict. I don't like it, I hate it." So Srila Prabhupada, he apologized. He said, "I'm really sorry, I don't mean to be very strict, and I will try to make it easy." But in the same week, there was a devotee who hated the philosophy of Krishna consciousness and hated the Lord Chaitanya's teaching. He doesn't believe in. Prabhupada was very angry and he told the temple president he should not be allowed to speak in the temple because he is blaspheming. Now when it is personal, Prabhupada exhibiting, I must learn how to tolerate. But when it is against the constitutional structure of bhakti called pure devotee, Krishna and bhakti, against those we must. And that is not offense.
But when then a line comes where tolerance becomes abuse.
What
You know, like
example?
For example, let's say you're in a situation where it's you're in a constant association with somebody who is abused.
Like what? What?
like-
You are no good.
Okay.
Every day,
Like
like
a-
every day
a-
somebody.
Okay,
is
if somebody say
I'm
I,
not saying yes. Okay.
if somebody say I look ugly, now let me ask you, am I the body or the soul?
You're the soul.
So if I am the soul and he says I am ugly every day, what is really? This is my benefit. This is my benefit. This is not abuse actually. He is actually helping me that I am not this body. He is telling me I am ugly. So body should be addressed like this. It's nothing harm.
That's like first came.
Avanti Brahmana, he was exhibiting this. Lord Krishna brings this example in 11th canto. How this Avanti Brahmana apparently abused. People spit on him. But what they spit about? He took it everything good. Ekanath Prabhu is a big example. He was so tolerant. He used to live near Ganges but very far. Every day he walked so many miles to take bath. And then one day the village leader, he got so envious because people listen him, people always respect him, nobody cares me, I am the leader. So one day he went and he saw Ekanath Prabhu. And he went to Ganges, he took bath and came fresh, clean. Now he's going to do puja. And he just went straight to his face and spit on his face. Is that abuse or no? Maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Depends how you take it, I guess.
He respected him and went back to Ganges. Took bath. Comes back. He does that again. He went back. Come back. He does again. 6 times. One after another in one day. 6 times. On the 7th time when he came back, he fell down at his feet. Are you human being or something else? How can you not get angry? You paying me respect. He could not. He just started crying. Outburst started crying. He was very envious. So then Ekanath Prabhu says, you have done nothing. You have helped me so much. I always wonder, I take one bath a day. If I can take more than one, I'll become so pure. You just helped me today. I took 6 times bath. What more fortune can come than this? It depends. But then, our Acharya gives also another example. There are many examples. One example is, one scorpion was going in a water, flowing. So there is one sadhu who, seeing the scorpion going to be crashed in the water, underwater, suffer, so he grabbed the scorpion. You know what scorpion does? First thing, it stings. And ouch! Why you do that? Then he dropped again in the water because he's in the middle of the river. He grabbed again, he's seeing he's floating, he's picking it up and stinking. Or sting. So he's going like this. So our Acharya is very liberal. He said, if you have a tolerance power like this, you want to save the world, save the people, you can do. But if you don't feel guilty about it. It's nothing harm. That is going to sting, I cannot do it. I have to use my hand for serving the Lord, I cannot do it. That's also nothing wrong. It makes sense? So we have to use time, place, circumstance. If you have a service that you have to chant every day and the scorpion sting, I'm sure you'll feel not comfortable. So it's better important serving the Lord, because by serving the Lord, that scorpion automatically will be benefited. This is require extreme faith. It's true.
Also, like
it is true. But it's required 1 hour for me to explain.
Like the bull.
It's very true.
The bull in the Bhagavatam.
Yes.
When they asked who did this, he said, if I identify the perpetrator, I'm just as guilty as he is.
You understand loudly.
Oh. In the Bhagavatam first canto, there's a story where the bull who symbolizes religion, he had 3 of his legs broken. And when Parikshit Maharaj saw this, he asked, who did this to you? And he couldn't respond, or he could, but he says, if I identify the perpetrator, the person who did this to me, then I am just as guilty as he is.
No, wait, you have to give a little floor.
There were some more verses before.
No, give a floor. That when King Parikshit went to Kurukshetra, this happened in Kurukshetra. When he went to Kurukshetra, you remember, draw it like this, that he saw first time another king dressed like him punishing a cow and a bull whose leg is not broken, leg is disappeared. He's standing on a one leg, all are fading away. But his bright effulgence. So he said, you are effulgence bright, you must be divine personality. Who are you? So far before that he asked this person who dressed like King Parikshit, who are you dressed like king? He said, I am king. See, you dress like a king, but your activity is like? No, Sudra. Don't say Kali Maharaj. You have to give a breakdown, that's how the mind will capture. Your activity, killing a cow, is a duty of low class, not Varnashram even. But you dress like a king, so what's the harm of a dress like a king? Kshatriya are representative of God. You dress like a representative of God, but your activity is like a low class. Therefore, you are not Kshatriya. And the activity you are doing, you deserve to be punished. Until today, in my kingdom, not only this earth planet, even part of Jambudip, Bhagavatam says, was under King Parikshit. He said, until today, nobody, even in dream, had a severe punishment what I am witnessing. I am going to punish you. But before that, I want to ask these two personalities, who are they and why this circumstance took place. There he asked this bull. Now, show me the murderer, or show me the person who is causing you pain. Now you use your intelligence. It's very psychologically. Is he not talking to Kali before that? So why is asking the bull to show me the person who is causing him pain? Think for a moment. It's very scientific. The whole episode is very scientific, very scientific. Because it is practically applicable to our day-to-day life, how we should see the world. So he asked, he just spoke to Kali, then he turned to Dharma, then he says, can you show me who is causing you 3 legs fade away, and this last leg is also almost like a shaking, you are trembling. What they are doing? Urinating. You know urinating? Out of fear, they are urinating. So he said, who is the cause of your suffering? That time he answers. 7 answered, not 1.
Yeah, a lot of
Give the
different He's like, it's hard to tell because there's so many philosophies in this world. Some say it's my karma. Some say it's material nature.
No, you're jumping. You have to go gradual. Tonight you go, tomorrow you study. But this is very scientific because we must understand. Not now, but maybe tomorrow or something. But this is scientific. How karma comes number 6 and the yoga comes number 7. It's very nice. And then number 8 is what? He gives the reason why this incident taking place right now. Very nice. Dharma gave a first class answer. But this requires like half an hour discussion. Very nice. Scientific.
The will of the Lord.
Will of the Lord.
Will of the
Okay.
Lord.
What chapter is it in case we want to study?
First canto.
Kirtan. You do it?
Chapter.
He just came up from India.
Yeah, from Vrindavan, Brajatun. Where's the Mridanga?
He has it. He
It's
has
right
it.
behind him too.
Right behind you. Come on, Brajabasi. Let's see. You spend 6 months for what? We want to get it. We want to get it.
You only came back killing potatoes?
Now, when you sing, the realization will come out.
Expert potato people.
Think of Gurudev and sing.
I bought some good
Gurudev's Marsi Ki Jai. Go. Give me the karta.
You want the
Hare
gong?
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Yeah, gong is better.